Look, I can explain. The reason why I haven't been posting the last couple of days is because I was actually away in Tallahassee visiting my sister. And in Tallahassee, I was staying with my parents in a hotel. And as you can assume, there's just literally no way for that entire weekend that I was going to be able to record in front of my parents. Just would not have been, just wouldn't be very fun for me to have to record one of these videos in front of them. Just a little awkward. So we're back, and it's been pretty eventful. I can't lie. And so I figured what better thing to do than to talk about my weekend. So I went to Tallahassee. I visited my sister. And also Tallahassee is where my ex-girlfriend is right now. So I ran into her at a bar, which I kind of wanted to run into her. I knew she was going to be there because I just felt like we needed to talk in person, get our feelings across. I didn't necessarily want it to be in a bar. That's just kind of how it ended up, unfortunately. For fuck's sake. Okay. But, at the end of the day, I didn't know if I was ever going to speak to her again because, we were from different places and I just needed to speak to her there. And it was pretty emotional. It was, she kind of put me in my place because I did, fuck up in a couple different ways. And, it was just a heated moment. It was sad, but I also needed that, emotional interaction because everything, being long distance and all, it's kind of hard to harbor those emotions that you really need to feel to get over something or to even process something. And though it was pretty intense, my goal was always to maintain a good relationship with her because, again, there's nothing that I personally think is wrong with her. I think she's amazing. I think just the distance was draining. And also just another thing what I want to talk about is that I feel like the way that society is kind of ran. Oh my God, I just logged the bridge. Society is kind of ran where, we are so dependent on our phones. It's just bad for relationships in general because, and why I say that is because I feel like we were constantly texting, which you would think is a good thing for, a long distance relationship. But I think that that's a bad thing because if you think about it, years and years and years ago, when our parents or, whatever, probably were dating, they didn't talk all the times. They probably saw each other a lot, but they didn't talk all the time. But now with texting, you can literally be in conversation every single day. And I think that was genuinely a problem for, my ex-girlfriend and I, that we genuinely just were talking too much. And I feel like when you talk a lot on shit like Snapchat, right? I feel like the conversations never have a distinct ending and beginning, and everything just kind of morphs into this one long, huge conversation, which isn't how it's supposed to be, right? There's supposed to be some times where you're not talking to your significant other, and that's just how it is, man. And we never really had that. And, with that also came a lot of anxiety. We were wondering where the other person is, checking locations, stuff like that. And it just wasn't very healthy. And it got hard to have unique and new conversations for that reason. So we kind of, realized that. And even though, we ended things, and I think it was for the best because of the distance anyways, we still wanted to keep in contact because she obviously means so much to me. And I don't want that aspect to change at all. I still want to be in contact with her because, like I said, she means a lot to me. And we're going to try to, talk less, and hopefully the concept of quality over quantity kicks in, that we're going to talk less, but hopefully we have deeper conversations and we are more in tune with what the other person, is currently feeling, what they want, what they enjoy, that we just have better conversations in general, which is what I wanted, and which is why I think was the main problem, is that we just weren't having good conversations, to be honest, anymore. And we used to have great conversations, and we still do have great conversations in person. It was over the phone. So I'm glad we talked about that. And I don't know what the future is going to look like for us. Again, like I said, I have nothing against her. I hope she has happiness, but I also still want to, I want her to be in my life. I want to be in her life. So, as friends, whatever it is, I'm glad that's, at least we have that. And if I'm not going to say anything about the future because I don't know what it's going to look like, but at the moment, I'm not I just want to like get to a point where we'd be together before I would actually be in a relationship, because the long distance stuff is draining, like I mentioned, and the constant texting was draining. And I want both of us to still grow as people, which I think is, we were being hindered in that aspect because of, you know, we're constantly on our phone, we're constantly, you know, she's constantly anxious about like my location or whatever, or, you know, just normal, not, I guess not normal, unhealthy relationship habits that are formed because of the distance. So, you know, we'll see how it goes. I'm not in like any position right now where I want to find like another person. Like that's not something I'm like interested in. So, and I don't think that's something she's interested in either. So right now I'm just, you know, trying to grow. And I'm glad we had that conversation. It was really good to see her, and have that conversation. I'm so glad we're on the same page, because, you know, it's a hard thing to like talk about, like saying like, I think we should talk less, because some people will take that, you know, the wrong way, and that's a very easy thing to take the wrong way. Like, I feel like if someone said that to me, to be honest, I would also be like a little bit hurt, even though it is like the right thing to do. But I'm glad we were able to have that mature realization that we need to talk less. But I hope you guys understand what that means when I say talk less, right? That's not like I'm sick of her. I want to have like better conversations with her more so. We're going to lock on. Beautiful. So yeah, that's what happened. I'm really happy that happened, and I'm really happy I got to experience all the emotions that I needed to process the breakup. Like, you know, I cried, I was upset, I was thinking about all the memories, and that's something I feel like I didn't have because I was so hyper focused on, not even hyper focused, I was just so distracted with media. So no more social media for me, at least on my phone. I'll have it on my iPad, and I don't really check my iPad that regularly, but it feels good to not be on my phone as much. And that's the type of shit I'm on right now. Yeah, like I said, super glad we had that conversation. Like, I've never been in like a relationship like this before. It's like new to me. Most of my other relationships have been really like I don't know how to describe it. They were like fake to me. Like, they were all like, as soon as there was a little bit of controversy, a little bit of like difficulty, a little challenge in the road, it would usually like collapse upon itself. But, you know, we're just solid, and, you know, we'll see what the future brings is all I'm gonna say like about that. So enough about that. Don't want to ramble too much about that, just for the sake of privacy and everything. But, you know, I'm happy that I had that experience. Super happy. Let's see if we can whittle down this guy. I don't think we'll be able to. Oh, actually, no, we will be able to kill it. He's going to have to do something about this. He won't. He's going to zap. We're going to get a lot of damage out of that. Not as much as I'd like, but still. He also zapped. I don't know about that. He's definitely down elixir. I mean, surely he's down elixir. There's no way. So I feel like he did a lot there. And then, yeah, it was fun. I went out to the bar with my sister there. I'm glad I got to see her. And I'm just happy that, you know, I was never the party type, like I mentioned in college, but, you know, my sister is a little bit of the opposite. She is like into that kind of stuff. And even though like I don't agree with it, and I'm still like, you know, as like a big brother, I want her to like focus on more than just like the party aspect of everything. I'm still like, it's like still like nice to see, you know, my sister like having fun. I can't believe I just played that in the poison. Is that gonna cost me the game? No. I'm still happy to get to see my sister like just enjoy herself, like that she gets to like meet all these people, and she's in like a social situation. Because I remember when I was a freshman in college that was fun. Like, I did have fun going out for a period of time, even though like I personally don't like that anymore. And maybe I got over the entire craze of going out and stuff a lot earlier than she maybe did. But I'm still glad that she gets that experience for herself, and it makes me happy seeing her, you know, run around having a good time. Like, that's, you know, that's what I wanted to see as a big brother, right? To see my sister happy. And I think she is happy. Like, you know, even though, you know, you're only in college one time. And personally, even though I was never the type to do all that stuff, and like I wouldn't like go back and go out more if I could, I would go back and do more things that were fun for me, which, you know, I don't know what that would have been, because I don't know what's fun for me. Maybe like play more Clash Royale in college. I'm just kidding. Definitely not play more Clash Royale. But like it's college is the one time in your life, to be honest, where you basically like nothing really matters in college. Like, let's be real, most degrees that you can get with an undergraduate degree, or most jobs you can get with an undergraduate degree, are pretty limited, especially in the field of medicine, or science, which is what me and her are both like looking to go into. So, it's just like keep your grades at like pretty high, but at the same time enjoy yourself, and that's above all that. I'm just happy that she's enjoying herself, and super good to see her, like I said. But haven't really played a lot, haven't really recorded a lot for that reason. We're actually just cooking right now. I mean, we're playing some absolute bots, some long ass gameplay, because every game's going to 5 minutes. But yeah, let's play one more. Why not? Let's do it. TTV, bro. This guy's streaming on Twitch, and he got fucked by me. Subscribe to me if you're from his Twitch, which absolutely no one's gonna be from his Twitch. And we're playing ZZZZ last, and let's do this thing. Yeah. What else do I want to talk about? I don't know. That was kind of it. Today I worked my 12-hour shift. It was actually not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I did get out 30 minutes late though, but I thought it was going to be worse because it was my first day back. I just got like back from Florida yesterday. Actually wasn't that bad at all. This guy's like all level 14, which is interesting. Actually was not that bad at all. I think I'm going to go in. And let's see what he does. Royal Giant, but also level 14 Royal Giant. So that's, I mean, I'm not really that scared of that. It's annoying that it is Royal Giant, but I don't even think we have to play anything for this. That thing will just die, right? That one archer will be able to kill it. Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, so yeah, today was busy, and we had some, there's a case where we had like two like elderly people come in at like 7 o'clock. We closed at 8, and they didn't get in until like 7:30. And then like in our little ass room, they tried to squeeze in like, let's see, they tried to squeeze in like 3 people into the little ass room. Not 3 people. It was the 2 elderly people. And then it was also like their caretakers, I guess, like from their like nursing home or some shit. So as you can imagine, me among 4 other people in this little ass room was crammed. And of course they came in with some absolute bullshit, like, oh, my throat hurts, I'm constipated, and all this stuff. And it ended up being pretty serious because the guy had some, as an old dude, he had some pretty serious medical history. We had to like send him to the ER basically. But I basically got out very late. Let's go in here. I got out super late, which was pretty annoying, but yeah, I think he's fucked. But honestly, didn't even have that bad of a time. 12 hours went by reasonably fast. I had one bad experience with the 12-hour shift where the day just felt like it literally went on forever, and I was wondering like, oh, this is how it was gonna start to feel like once I got used to it. But to be honest, like I've worked like more than a few 12-hour shifts now, and like they don't really bother me, to be honest, at all. I don't mind them. Still, today was like first day back. You would think it'd be a long day, but it was fine. And tomorrow I work, one more, and it's over with. It's over with for the week. And I started playing a Minecraft world with one of my boys. We're doing a hardcore world, which is funny because I suck at Minecraft. Like, okay, I don't suck, but I'm definitely not like a hardcore player type of good. Like I'll die in a cave pretty quickly, and that's been good. We're still alive in our second attempt. My first attempt, I did die in a cave. I don't know how we're gonna get through the nether. Honestly, no idea. That's gonna be an interesting test, to say the least. We can definitely just spell cycle this dude. We're like 2 logs and 2 fireballs away. That's one of our logs right here. Yeah, like I don't know what this deck is. This guy's a fool. Unfortunate that the archer is going to get pinged there. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, we're fine. We just can cycle here. He's probably gonna try to like push RG, but again, we don't even care about all that. But that's gonna be it for the episode. We are gonna win every single game because we are nasty at this game. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and stay tuned for the next. Peace.